Sirius is a great example of brutalist architecture here in Sydney. It's a very significant building from that period in our architectural history.
Because I think it's important to have excellent examples of architecture from different periods, and it's a good transition period from our colonial heritage, segueing into the more modern architecture that we have over in Barangaroo now. I think we need to remember these different types of architecture and have examples of its excellence.
Because in a time and a cultural paradigm where we no longer care for those who can't care for themselves, we need a memory. We need to remember that there was a time that we did, and Sirius represents that. It's our history.
Well, you wouldn't tear down the Barbican in London. These places are going to be appreciated in about 20 years' time.
Well, it's one of the finest examples in Australia, I think, of brutalist architecture. Brutalist is an unfortunate word, by the way, which doesn't mean it's a brutalist architecture. It means that it's an English translation from the French concrete brute, which is really rough concrete. The buildings were in fact quite sophisticated, and this building in particular is very sophisticated, having roof decks, that's livable green roof decks for most of the 79 units in the building. It has a variety of units from 3 down to 1 bedroom. And the intention was to make a mixed community, and they did that in this building. Old people, young people, and all in all it was a great a combination of social planning and architecture. Of course, the Heritage Council, which is responsible for heritage in New South Wales, unanimously recommended that this building be listed as a state heritage building. That was overturned by the minister, who said that they would make more money if it wasn't listed. Arguably that's not his role, and we being the Save Our Sirius Foundation have taken him to court on that matter. We're waiting on a decision, and we're very hopeful that we'll get a decision in our favour.